Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Advancement Center and to the world of magic and miracles. Welcome to my world, Earthlandia, home of the people of the heart. We greet you with a smile. It is given so that you may have a focal point for the new world that you hold inside of you. Know that everything that comes into your path, your existence, your journey is always for you, even if it seems like it's not. If you're encountering fear, it's because you need to surpass that part of fear that would try to control you or put you under its authority. If it's anger, if it's judgment, if it's suffering, if it's pain, all those things you'll surpass, and you do most of the time. But if they come back up and they're having an effect on you, it's just for you to be able to go above them, and then they will slowly but surely begin to cease and desist. What's real and true and important is always happening behind the scenes, in the places where you can't see. This is true in the physical world and in the world beyond the physical world, the world of spirit, the world of your creator. Things are not what they appear, and changes are happening in ways that can't be seen with our human eyes. Hold steady, maintain balance. Something is happening that's beyond what you might think it is. As for me, I can feel the presence of my creator and my guides and team all around me now. And I'm generating a field that is self-sustaining, self-replenishing, without needing the normal resources of food and rest. And my body is experiencing instantaneous healing. I have exponentially more energy, and it feels effortless. I can feel something happening that I can't yet fully explain. And it is just the beginning. But I am feeling it, and I am experiencing it. Just take a look around you. You'll be amazed at the things that are found, the answers to all your questions in the quietness of a sound. Just take a look around you. Things will appear before your eyes in the colors of a rainbow and in the clouds above the sky. In the voice of a stranger or a word from a friend, it will show up if you provide the space for what you need to come in the stillness of the morning, in the bustle of midday, in the quietness of the evening, all perfect moments to find your way. to the truth you've summoned forth. From inside, you send the signs to point to what you've always known, always just a matter of time. Smile now and open up to the full expanded you, the one who's been here for 1 trillion years, the one who's leading you. And let that smile become a laugh, heard from the beginning of time, for nothing is ever really wrong. You've just forgot that you're divine. No identities, simply presence. There's a process that we're all in, whether consciously or unconsciously, where we are stepping into our full power and mastery while still being in these human forms. We can acknowledge intellectually that we are divine, eternal, infinite beings, but that can simply be another program running in the background, similar to I am an American, I am a mother, father, doctor, or teacher. These are all identities that have been taken on in our human incarnation on this particular journey. When we sit in nature or a quiet place all alone, the identities fade away, and what's left is simply presence. No name, no identities, just presence. But as soon as we leave those quiet places and return to the demands of the physical world, or we get in the company of others, we download the program of identity, because identity is the currency of the human construct in this physical reality. You need a job, you're asked who you are and what you have done. Identity. You want to be in a relationship, you're asked, who are you? What do you do for a living? What's your nationality? What religion do you practice? Show me your currency, and then I'll decide if it is enough. When you sit in that quiet place or in nature, your currency vanishes. You're no one and everyone. You're no thing and everything. You're nowhere and everywhere. No identity, currency, just presence. So the identities have to be stripped away, not just in nature or in those quiet places, but in the heart of the construct where the program is in its full power. Fear is the motivation to maintain and add to your identity currency. No surprise, as fear is the motivation for just about everything in the construct. But again, in those quiet places like nature, fear slowly fades away as its influence disintegrates in the presence of presence. So we go in and out of the construct, hoping to be in it without following its rules and regulations, not downloading and then playing the identity game with the identity currency. There have just been a few that we have been able to talk about who have dropped their identities and exited the construct or game, even while still being in the construct or game. Those that have wanted to keep you prisoner in the construct have let you know about Jesus and Buddha and Muhammad, not so that you can see that you can do the same, but so that you could believe that only a special few could do that. They don't tell you about John or Jane Doe who live across the street from you, the same one you see in the grocery store, the hair salon, having done what those famous ones have done. Because we would say, oh, wow, if my neighbor can do this, then I can do it too. They're just like me. I thought I had to be like Jesus or Buddha or Muhammad. For if this happened, the identity construct would dissolve, for there would be an unlimited number of Christ, Buddhas, and Muhammads, And in fact, there already are. We've just forgotten that we're divine. But because we have forgotten, we go back and forth between the two, and we judge ourselves so harshly. We give ourselves 30 lashes because we can't believe we did it again, and we should know better. We can't believe we've done again what we said we would never do. But in that quiet place of our own presence, where we can experience the peace that passes all understanding, we exit the construct and are resolved to never enter it again. For we can feel that this peace and this connection with our Creator surpasses all currencies and all identities that we take on, in part to gain love and validation for ourselves. And from this place of peace, we watch as the fear of not being loved, not being validated, and not being accepted melts away, for they were never true. So the only way out is in, for inside of you is the presence that radiates outside of you. Inside of you is the love that radiates outside of you. And inside of you is the knowing and awareness of who you are that radiates outside of you. You simply must stop and be with yourself. The construct of identities is designed to keep you constantly busy with so many things to do and problems to solve. Busy, busy, busy. There's always the next thing, after the last thing, before the future thing, and your identity is tied to them all. Think of a newborn baby. There is just presence, and we can all feel it. No two are the same. The energy that you feel from each one is different. But think of it. Nothing that you are feeling in their presence is related to an identity. For what you feel is vast and without limits, ancient and eternal, all coming from a being in a tiny body weighing most times less than 10 pounds. You are meeting that one unclothed, stripped of the clothing of identities that will soon be worn with a heaviness that is non-existent in that little face that is staring at you with those eyes of divine eternality. And when they look at you, all your identities melt away too. Know that everything in matter is a part of the construct. The chair you're sitting in, the bed you sleep in, the table you eat on, and even the food you eat. For those two are all things that come from consciousness that we have given identities. You are a unique being with your own unique relationship with your Creator and consciousness. And it is this awareness of your Creator and consciousness that changes how you see yourself. And once you begin to see yourself as the third part of the Trinity of creation, your Creator, consciousness, and you, the construct collapses. And all identities turn into consciousness, for all identities and labels dissolve in the face of your presence, your Creator, and consciousness. It seems like it is impossible to stay in that quiet place where all the identities are stripped away. You came here to experience life, not to sit in a cave, but your gifts and abilities, your power and sovereignty are fully awakened in that quiet place. And what you mostly came to this planet to do, was to use your gifts and abilities to aid humanity on their journey of becoming themselves again. But as soon as you walk out of that quiet place, you lose the power of that one that came to assist. For a time, you left because you wanted the fame, the money, the big house, the nice car, the job, with the respect and recognition of the world. But you have let most of those things go. And now it's just the chores of life, the responsibilities, the keeping things going identity that takes you out of the quiet place. You feel that if you stop being that identity, it will all fall down. So you leave the quiet place and lose sight of that one that you just were. And here there is much blame, judgment, and frustration, followed by that one called guilt. So today I am sending you a new energy to support your day, to take you further into the world of your Creator, giving you the permission to stay a while longer with me in that quiet place, in the outer reaches of the universe and in the world of your Creator. Your caring is immeasurable, but it lacks balance, as the weight of the identity is leaning you to the left or to the right, exhausting you with each step. Receive this new energy that is filled with awareness, knowing, and remembrance of a presence that holds gifts, ability, and power for all of humanity on this planet. And the energy will go out to all the earth, and there will be great healing for each one throughout the land. This is the culmination of the process for me that I spoke of at the beginning of this message, the process where we are stepping into our full power and mastery while still being in these human bodies, being in the construct, but not of it, being in the world of identities, but not of it, seeing the currency of identity, but no longer using it, allowing us to do what we came to do, to heal and support, to make the crooked path straight, to provide another way, to balance all imbalances, and to love the all without conditions. You are awesome, amazing, magnificently bright, knowing all things, one with all things. You're the source of all light. You chose to forget and experience these identities, but deep down inside, you know you're royalty. So when you're ready to remember all that is you, your eyes will be opened to all that is true. Don't you know who you are? Don't you know who you are? Don't you know who you are? Don't you know? You're a bright, shining star. Your presence has come from so far. Don't you know who you are? Now you know. You now have what you need to take the next step to being who and what you know you are, the creator in your own physical world. Cheers and good shit. You're off. Throw in a few fuckums and a fuck the tax man, and you're on your way to love, magic, and laughter, but mostly laughter. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for listening. Wherever and whenever you are, I am David.